Hi guys, and welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with a divine masculine collective message. Now, this is what is happening with the divine masculine. What is their karma for hurting the divine feminine, and spirit's advice? Okay, so before I dive into the reading, I want to give love and light to all of you. Again, I've seen your messages. Thank you for sending me love and light. Continue to do so. Again, I'm at 60% with my left side. So just continue to send your love and light. Continue to pray for me. I am grateful for all your prayers. We are soul family, and I'm appreciative of everything you guys have been doing. I understand you guys have been very respectful with the ordering because I'm only working with one arm, one hand. But if you need to get products, go ahead and order, and I will get them out ASAP as fast as I can. I've worked with the mailman, and all I have to do is leave them by the front door, and the mailman will pick it up, so I don't have to struggle with packages. And I'm also sending love and light to all of you who've ordered products from the Etsy shop, Chrissy Crystal Indigo. If you would like to book a session, Reiki, crystal healing, energy healing, past life, Akashic, check out my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. Don't forget, we have the contest going on. The 50th follower will win a reading of your choice from me. So head on over to my Instagram handle, Chrissy Crystal Indigo. And if you would like to donate to the channel, you can. If not, no biggie. Subscribing, sharing, liking is the same form as an energy exchange donation. Okay, so I'm going to dive right into the reading. And I want you guys to understand that the energies right now are very heavy. We are in Cancer season, so you may be feeling really emotional. You also may be getting like the ear ringing, the crown chakra upgrades. And know that when these things are happening, you also are being downloaded with new gifts, okay? And so a lot of you have wrote back and told me like, hey, I got the M's on my palms. What does that mean? And I've written you back in the comment sections. That means it's time for you to step into your purpose. It's time for you to become awakened to your gifts. It's time for you to do what you were called to do this lifetime, okay? And so to understand your journey, to understand your path, you can book a reading with me. I do offer Akashic readings. They're different from the Akashic record sessions, and that basically just tells you what you're guided to do this lifetime, what you need to work on, etc. And if you guys are in a twin flame connection, you can book the twin flame reading to just guide you, to help you along the journey. So again, I go over the runner chaser phase. I give advice about how to maneuver through this runner chaser phase, how to really quiet the triggers when you're triggered, because you as divine feminines for your divine masculines are the leader in the connection, okay? And with that being said, I am doing a new deck today as I offer the reading, and this is the Awakened Soul. I was called to get this from Amazon, and so this entire reading is going to be based around divine masculine. What's happening with their energy? What karma are they receiving for hurting the divine feminine? The wisdom for the divine masculine, as well as spirit's advice and some angel answers, okay? So we are going to start with the Awakened Soul first, all right? And so when I ask what is happening with the divine masculine's energy, the first card out, we have healing. So if you've noticed, your divine counterpart has went into solitude, has went into hermit mode, has become very irritable, and really not communicating with the divine feminine at all. For those of you who are in separation, now if you are in union or minimal contact, you may not be getting these energies. But for those of you who are in full-blown separation, this is what's happening with your divine counterpart. They're realizing, I need to heal. I need to figure out what's happening with my life. I need to figure out what I need to do and what is going on, right? And I'm getting the message that your energy, divine feminine, and just who you are in general to them, they really can't understand, why you, of all people in their life, why are they triggered so much? Why can't you guys just really, be on the same page, be able to have an amazing bond together, and they're not understanding it's the healing that they have to do, it's the things that they have to change that you bring up in them that trigger them in order for them to see the light, right? Because you are the light for the divine masculine. So the next card, Alpha Divine Masculine, you see this? This is beautiful, right? And this is Grace, no, Gaia, sorry, Gaia. So Mother Earth, Gaia. So again, the divine masculines may be receiving like downloads, like codes, learning how to meditate, learning how to ground their chakras, etc. And so they're getting a lot of help from spirit, source, divine, God, and the spirit helpers in the subtle realms, because now is the time for them to, you know, get on with, like, pick up the pace pretty much, right? Because we are in the thick of it, right? In the new age of Aquarius. So the next energy out, we have challenge. And so divine masculines are facing a lot of challenges. They have you in their you know, energy space. They also have things that they want to do that, you know, this is a chess move, right? And so it's like, my next move have to be the best move. And with a lot of the divine masculines, again, you know, with the divine feminine, there's karmic situations that come up. They are, you know, drawn to other people, pulled away from you to go through their healing, to go through things that they need to work out. And, you know, spirit is reminding them, like, your next move has to be your best move. You know, divine feminine, we all have free will, but there are some things in our contracts that's predestined. And so the next move that the divine masculine makes has to be his or her best move, right? And the next energy out, we have unplug. And so unplug from the noise, unplug from things that no longer serves or grow the divine masculine, unplug from the energy they used to be in, unplug from things that, you know, really disrupts the connection with him or her's divine counterpart, right? Unplug from things that no longer matter. Is this going to help you or be there 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now? And if it's not, then you need to unplug from it, right? And so with the divine masculines, the biggest thing that they've struggled with is that they've taken their divine feminine for granted. And they've always felt the divine feminine will always be there. Well, some of them are really getting some wake-up calls because divine feminines are marching on without their divine masculine. There's too much that has happened. There's too much toxic, narcissistic energy, and the divine feminine is full of light. And the divine feminine is realizing and understanding that when the divine masculine gets in that energy, when the divine masculine gets into that darkness, you know, divine feminine can't go back there, especially when the divine feminine is on his or her life path and purpose mission. Know what, you know, he or she wants. Know what their calling and their life purpose is. Divine feminines has gotten to that energy where it's like, you know, I love you. I unconditionally love you, but I love me more. Because in the past, divine feminine was just depleting him or herself for the divine masculine. And the divine masculine just kept egging it on, right? Wasn't supportive, wasn't empathetic to his or her divine, feminine's needs, right? And this is important. So the overall energy for divine masculine is perseverance. I have to get through this. I have to know that I can make it. I have to know that I am better than this. I have to realize that I have been selling myself short than less than I deserve, right? My divine feminine sees me as this amazing, beautiful person, and I have not lived up to that. I have to persevere and get through my fears, get through the past, get through people, things that have hurt me, right? And again, you will not heal what you are not willing to reveal, all right? Now we're going to dive into the Mystic Moon Oracle cards, okay? So for the Divine Masculine, we have awakening. So some of the Divine Masculines are really going through their awakening process right now. Some of you are awakening and some of them are still unawakening, but They're figuring out little signs and synchronicities, right? Boom. They're realizing that you, the divine masculine is realizing that the divine feminine is their twin flame. Some of them are still thinking they're their soulmate, and now they're coming up on information about twin flames and starting to notice the patterns between the connections and starting to see that they've hurt the divine feminine a lot, right? We have offer. So when divine masculine begins to realize this, right, now divine masculine wants to make an offer to his or her divine feminine. I want to right my wrongs. I know I did not give you what you required or deserve. And I know I've hurt you beyond forgiving me, right? Divine masculine knows this. And even if divine masculine isn't saying this in the 3D, weird visions, dreams that you guys are having are coming up now, right? And so the other energy is settling. Divine masculine knows that they've been settling for less than what they deserve. They know they haven't been their best. They know some of the things that they have done to themselves and even their divine feminines wasn't right, right? Overall energy, free will. Again, in some of your contracts, whatever your contract is set up to be, some things are predestined. So it's not about free will. Just like for me, no matter how hard I tried to fight my spiritual gifts or not being able to understand them or trying to focus on what I really wanted to be, in the end, it wasn't my choice. And I always remind you guys, if you want to hear God laugh, tell him what you got planned. Right? So a lot of the divine masculines in separation are in solitude right now. So the energy unawakened, some of the divine masculines are unawakened to the gifts, what this connection is about, what their purpose is, right? Some of them are going through those dark night of the souls, right? We have release. So these are the similar cards that were showing up in the awakened soul, right? So divine masculine is releasing a lot at this moment. We have pride and ego. So a lot of them are struggling and really trying to hold on to their pride and ego, not give into the divine feminine. And they think it's force, but that is not the case. The divine feminine is really trying to support and help the divine masculine realize, if you just surrender, if you just trust me on this, you will see things fall into alignment. And like I told you guys the other day, your divine masculine has seen so many things come to fruition that you have spoken about. And they're still wondering, like, man, how do she or he say it? And it just shows up. And meanwhile, in their mind, right, because they're all logic, it's like all you have to do is work hard and eventually you'll get it done. But life doesn't have to be that way. And for me, this is my last life. I'm not coming back for another go round with my divine counterpart. I will be an ascended master after this, because right here, right now, I'm doing what I didn't get to finish those other lives. Being a teacher, following my life path and purpose mission, helping heal the world, creating products and things in regards to the spiritual journey, working my hands, right? Next energy, divine timing, right? Divine timing is at work here, and we have nostalgia. Divine masculine is thinking about everything and one thing. When it really hits the divine masculine, losing their divine feminine. Because I'm telling you, and it may be triggering for some of you guys, but I know in your heart, you know, a lot of the divine feminines are walking away. It's too much. And they're allowing themselves to co-create with spirit, source, divine. And they're saying to their spirit guides, to their ancestors, if this is what's supposed to be, you align it, you allow it to happen, but I need to do what I need to do. Okay? And I can attest for that, because when I was in a session, my grandmother, right, who's the healer, medicine woman, all of that beautiful stuff, she showed up in one of my sessions, and my divine counterpart's dad showed up. in the same session. And as I watched in my vision, my divine counterpart's dad walked over and stood in front of my divine counterpart. And he specifically said, I do not want you to be like me. This is not the way. How I acted was not the way. And I want you to be better than me. And my divine counterpart's dad began to cry so hard. And as I watched my divine counterpart began to break down, and my divine counterpart's dad got on his knees and held my divine counterpart's hand and was begging him, like, change. I need you to change. I need you to try to do this. You can't keep hurting her. And as I watched in my vision, and I was standing to the side, my grandmother, right, always in somebody's business, strolled right on up to their little moments and put her arms around my divine counterpart and said, you know, you are here to protect her. You are not supposed to hurt her. You can do this. And then fast forward into my vision, because I'm clairvoyant. And as we're going through my regression, I see our wedding. And then I look over to this doorway and I see his dad and I see my grandmother. And they're like high-fiving and like, yeah. Like, so it is true that your ancestors, your passed on loved ones, they are helping as much as they can when it comes to your connections. And I got chills as I'm communicating this to you. And so I told my grandmother, I said, I can't do this. This is too much for me. You know, the disrespect, the narcissistic traits, the one-sidedness, the no equal reciprocity. And we as divine feminines have to understand that we can't enable our divine masculines. We can't rush and be at their beck and call, jump through loops, because it's not helping them. It's only enabling and hindering them from their process. So my advice to the divine feminines who are watching, you have to walk away in order for them to heal, in order for them to realize everything you've been communicating to them. And they're not blind. They're not trying to say the word, oh God, oblivious to it. Sorry. I needed to smile, right? They're not oblivious to it. I can't say that word. They've had visions. They've felt your energy. They've felt the same thing you have. Even when you send healing to your divine masculine, when you're working the chakras, you feel it in your body as you're doing it to them. Clarity. And so they know. They're just afraid. But you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. And I know you guys that are really in the twin flame community, watching all the videos and stuff like that, you're seeing this same communication come through, because this is the truth. Your divine masculine will destroy you if you don't realize that you have to keep going and focus on your purpose, because you are raising the vibration of the planet. You are lighting up the world, right? And so the wisdom for the divine masculine, chop wood. 4 and 2 is 6. Chop wood. And so with this karma here, you know, a lot of them are going to realize they're losing so much. Everything isn't so abundant that you've decided to move forward. I didn't say don't hold space. I said walk away. Walk away, go date, go have fun, go live your life. That's the energy I am in. Think about it. If someone tells you this is your last lifetime, are you going to sit there every day in and day out, wondering when your divine counterpart is going to pick up what you're stepping in? Or are you going to get out there and just live like it's your damn last day? Right? And so the divine masculine will start to see that without your energy, without you around, where is the magic? I'm missing that light. Things aren't happening for me. And they're going to start to connect the dots. When my divine feminine was in my presence, okay, I may, had negative energy, or I may treated him or her less than they deserved. But I did see, with them being around, how everything was so much easier. How I didn't have to worry about anything because they already knew, right? The overall energy, higher power. Number 4. And because of this, they are going to start searching for answers, getting the help, the support that they need. Begin to reveal so they can heal, right? And this is very important, and that's why I'm damn near begging the divine feminine. Claim your power. Claim your power. You are so magical. You have so many things to contribute to the world and to this mission, and you cannot keep holding yourself back, waiting for your divine masculine soul to catch up. Okay? This is your story. Let me know in the comment sections. All right? So this is the advice. Karma. We have Watchtower of the West, Autumn. Watchtower of the West, Autumn. Now I'm going to read these to you so we can have a better understanding, okay? So we have Watchtower of the West. What did they give me? Hold on. All right, here we go. Look deep within to determine what really matters. The old ways that you viewed yourself and others are falling away. Don't let your sensitivity get the better of you. Time for some peace and inner work. Time for you. And so again, with that karma, everything begins to fall away. So the divine masculine can realize they need to be built back up the right way. You cannot continue to hurt who God sent to heal you. Fire. All right? Fire. Passion. So I don't even need to read the book for this, but I'm going to anyway. But the passion, the yearning, the dating and going out and choosing everything over the divine feminine, that was what the divine masculine's energy was. But this is being put out. No passion, no fire, no hookups. It's like nothing. So not only are you being stripped down to be brought back up again. You see, this is a tower. But your passions, your creativity, everything that you thought you wanted is burning out. Okay? And it says, work with the element of fire to eliminate negative thoughts and behaviors. Imagine etheric flames raging and consuming any darkness that lies within. Your fear of fire stems from a past life you renewed. Passions invokes the love you have been waiting for, right? Let me know in a week or so how your divine counterpart is doing. We have scrying, mirror, shadow, right? They are going to start to see themselves for who they have been. Right? And there's this song, Who I Am Hates Who I've Been. I'll say it again. Who I am hates who I've been. They're going to be able to see themselves in the mirror clearly for the first time. Everything they've done will flash back through their eyes. The people they've hurt, not only the divine feminine, but others, will flash through their eyes. And it will be difficult. It will be hard for them to see in that mirror because they will be reminded of everything they've done. And some of those individuals did not deserve it, including the divine feminine. So we're going to dive into scrying mirror. Okay. And it says, you are using only half of your true potential. Understand the importance of duality in all you do. Knowing yourself fully will enhance your magical work. Something is being hidden from you. Open your eyes. And again, with the mirror, they're being forced to look at everything they've done. And don't you go running in and saving them, divine feminine, because this is what they need to do on their own. All right? The overall energy, pentacle. Okay? Pentacle. And it says respect. So for the divine masculines that really just was heartless, cold, no empathy, no compassion, and just really did their divine feminine in. I'm just gonna call it as I see it, because I get you guys' emails. I see your comments. And even me, before I found out like that this is really my divine counterpart, my twin flame, I was like, come on, pendulum, swing no. Tell me it's a karmic. I wanted my divine counterpart to be a karmic so bad, so I can just really just bucket and just and just leave and never look back. But I knew there was something different there because of this. No matter where I went, no matter what I thought about, no matter what I did, it always came back to my divine counterpart. And then seeing my divine counterpart in those just like 15 lives I must have saw. And I was just like, this mother been with me right to the hip, right? In some lives, I was him and he was me. In other lives, I was his mom and he was my child. In other lives, I was his daughter and he was my dad. Like a whole bunch where we were partners. But again, here we are again, and here we are again, and here we are again. Because he refused to surrender and learn the lesson. And as my mentor told me, you can't keep sacrificing. You sacrificed in every life. You gotta choose you. Right? And so with the pentacle, it says, be respectful of yourself and others. Your power will increase as you stand firm in your convictions. Honor and work with all the pentacle represents. Wear a pentacle or pentagram with pride, respect, magic. And so their reputation, who they've portrayed themselves to be to the world, to people, that is crashing down. Because they know from this, if I can get the card, they're not living up to it. So basically, it's like the divine masculine is a walking glass. And even if they attempted to romance or dilly-dally, their true intentions will be shown right away. See, what they don't understand is the divine feminine was sent to them. They were sent to the divine feminine. This is what they continue to agree upon in many lifetimes. You all know that your divine masculine is very spiritually gifted, and that is what they're fearful of. They know that you are magical, and that is what they are fearful of, right? But again, divine feminine, you can't keep sacrificing. You have to put you first. Now, messages from Angels of Atlantis. First card out, we have Sandalphon, and it says planetary cycles. I know a lot of you have communicated. I don't even know which one I'm getting, what divine masculine I'm getting, depending on what day. Your divine masculine sometimes come off bipolar, narcissistic, mean, and then the next day it's like, hey, how's it going? Well, you're like, okay, which one am I getting? These cycles, and they're understanding that. They're seeing the repeated cycles in their life. It's not just from when you came around. This has been happening in their immediate surroundings because they're not willing to change. So we have planetary cycles, okay? And I will read this to you. All right. So it says, Sandalphon as the angel of the earth element is completely interwoven with swiftly flowing changes of Earth's planetary structure. Many changes have been prophesied and many changes are now occurring. This card invites you to look to your own natural cycles and see that you are an organic being living on an organic planet. If you are currently enjoying a birthday or anniversary, see it as a crucial cycle marker in this life on Earth. And ask what aspect of your authentic self you are allowing to emerge at this time. Sandalphon is asking you to reveal how awe-inspiring you are and how you can allow the angels to carry you to a new level of inner peace, letting your true self come forth. Chant Hall to stabilize the earth element within you. So chant Hall, 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 and see how it changes your energy on the inside. This will help you to ground yourself as you move through this cycle change, and there to easily and thence to easily incorporate the many changes. All right, so that's the divine masculine, and the overall energy is Zadkiel. Okay, ecstasy. Let's go over that. Here we go. So it says, Zadkiel wishes you to know that a divine ecstasy may come at any moment, as a deep feeling of passion for your spiritual growth or as an aspect of your love, whereby your whole being is transfixed with the choice you have made to join the mystical pathway. The two gatekeepers on this path are awe and joy, both of which are closely aligned to ecstasy. As you experience this heightened state, be aware of the whispers of the angels. As you see in the oracle, angels use this high-frequency opportunity to impart sacred, loving information to us about our journey. They give our higher self information about a choice we need to make or how to open vistas of consciousness about our ethical existence. Trust the angels, for they will always have your heartfelt interest in their hearts. Chant Ha in the heart chakra to open this channel of light-filled inspiration for the angelic realms. So here we go. Ha, 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 ha. Now you see when you do that how your heart chakra begins to open. Comment below if you felt that energy, okay? Now for the angel answers. First out for Divine Masculine, abundance, right? You can have it all. But what are you going to choose? What are you going to do, right? We have free will within the next few months, okay? Listen to your intuition. And for the Divine Masculine, they know, like, you're it. But they're battling 3D, 5D, 3D, 5D, 3D, 5D. The material possessions, the women, the men, just everything in the 3D. But in their intuition, in their heart, they know. The overall energy, it's up to you. Again, some things are predestined. Some things divine will not intervene in, right? And just like for the Divine Feminine, we struggle with our awakening. Finally, we figured out what the divine was asking of us, what our ancestors were asking of us, and we were like, okay, I'm ready to rock. For the Divine Masculines, remember, it's a little more tough for the Divine Masculine. They don't want to be forced to do anything. If you're trying to communicate information, they feel like you're talking too much, or, you know, they want to be ignorant to the information you speak. So they have to learn the hard way. When I realized, when I surrendered, everything became so easy for me, right? It's about surrender. And I'll do a card for the Divine Feminine because I know a lot of you guys are going to be watching. And we're going to ask, for the Divine Feminines in separation, will we finally have union by the end of summer? Let's see what comes out. Only one card, Spirit, is all I need. One card. My little hands are so little. I'm not taking that. One card, Spirit. Oh. Forgiveness. You are ready. And the message here is be assertive. So by the end of summer, again, there's going to be a lot of changes for the collective. And you remember the message, forgiveness, you are ready. So as much as Divine Masculine, you've done It's so important to forgive, apologize, and own your accountability, because either way you want to see it, the Divine Feminine did any and everything to express, communicate, and exemplify unconditional love for you, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. And on that note, you guys have a beautiful evening. Happy 4th of July, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Love and light.